The holly tree. Hollywood is at a breaking point where it doesn't know what it needs to make and it doesn't know what it's going to do. And as it doesn't know what it's going to do, it just brings out slop after slop after slop. It's become an entertainment McDonald's cashier system. You buy the food, you eat the food, you kind of feel satisfied.
So good. So good and tasty. So good.
Go. And what it's lacking is an actual voice, an originality, and a sign that art is beautiful and art is something that we should be happy and inspired by. And if you look back at 90s films, we're at some type of peak of entertainment, and not just entertainment, but originality and someone having a vision to show us. Now the thing is, the reason it got to this point, that's a pretty dark story, and it's pretty crazy, and I think we all know, and this picture kind of represents it. But fundamentally, if Hollywood doesn't figure something out, they'll collapse and they'll die. And I think people are ready for that. I think we're finally at the point where the nostalgia is settled. We're not thinking in our child minds anymore, but the Disney films, but what they used to give us. Same with gaming. And we're ready for something new. We're ready for someone to come out of the trenches and to create something new. And that's where this film comes along.
Megalopolis.
Megalopolis. The
Megalopolis.
No, Megalopolis is...
Megalopolis, exactly.
Megalopolis!
Yeah, Megalopolis, a film directed by Francis Ford Coppola, and an incredibly original idea for a film coming out in 2024. Something that we don't really see anymore.
So much to accomplish, but is there time?
Now before I get ahead of myself, yes, there is some original films that come out. In the last 5 years, I think there's some great films that have come out last 5 or 10 years. But it hasn't got the same spark, and it hasn't got the same imagination. And it's like there's always restrictions. There's always something that holds them back, or you feel like you've seen them before. And that's why with Megalopolis, it's inspiring. It gives me hope for the future of filmmaking. And as I was watching the film, I recognised that it was very flawed. It was like someone trying to piece together something that's never been made before. And in a way it was like it was crashing and burning in front of me, but also blossoming a beautiful flower. And the fact that things like this can't be made anymore, really. Yes, we have indie films that try their hardest, but they still feel similar. Since the digital age, everything has a sensibility to it and a similarity. And this didn't. This felt free from all those restraints. And I don't even remember fundamentally what a lot of the dialogue was and what the characters were saying. But what I do remember is how I felt when I came out of the cinema. And it was tangible, like when I was a kid watching Spider-Man for the first time. And that's what we really want. When it comes to art, when it comes to creativity, there's loads of different variations of it. But what we really want is something to connect with our heart. We want something to connect with our sensibility of being a human being. And that lacks now. It literally feels like you're eating cheap
dog food. And I want films to come back to an original place. Whether they can or not is to be seen, but I'm happy that I got to experience it in the 90s when I was brought up when I did.
We're in need of a great debate about the future.
Enjoy the show.
1, 2, 3, yippee yay.
There's still so much to accomplish, but is there time?
I know what I want to do today.
Truly real. I feel like you're gonna get something that's truly
Thank you for watching. This is my first video. The editing and the sound and everything like that will get better. Thank you for the applause. Thank you. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, I hope you felt the heart of it. I hope you felt like what I'm going to bring. And this is just going to get better and better. And I'm going to be talking about loads of different things, such as gaming and where that's gone, films, entertainment as a whole. And I want art to get better. I want to feel that experience again as when I was a child. Thank you.
I pray that the people love it, but this is for y'all.